Hello, welcome back to the next episode of Mr. Love Queen's Choice. Today is the day we can finally pull on the UR cards. And fortunately, UR is much easier to say than all the S cards were, so I don't think I need to make up a new name for them. As you can tell from the pictures here, in addition to increased combat stats, uh, they do come with enhanced marketing appeal. However, it's mostly the boost to combat potential that I'm personally interested in more than the attached Harlequin romance novel. So let's make some wishes and see what happens. So here I've got 81 wishes banked up for this. As I have mentioned in previous episodes, these multi-banners do not have any guarantee for the cards. They have the possibility of getting these cards, but no guarantee. And we still might pull any one of these other cards instead. We do get the guarantee of getting a Sir card with every 10 pull. So we will get at least 8 Sir cards. They might not all be new, so they might not all translate to being new cards we can use. Some of them might just get passed into Stardust. But we will get some new cards, and we will probably get one higher level card in the process. But like I said, not guaranteed. But we will go for it and see what we get. Okay, so far a couple new R cards and one repeat of Fireflies. Okay, oh, that's also a repeat. It doesn't say new up here, so that's how. We are getting the heart flowers for each one, so probably will end up giving us, and that's a repeat, enough heart flower points that we can redeem one of the cards from the wish store. All right, nothing new there. That's a new one. All right, got a new Gavin card. All right, so new Gavin Sir and another Gavin R. And oh, there's got a new Kiro card. Good. and it's part of the experience of playing gotcha games is to learn how to learn patience and how to manage disappointment. Okay, so that's good. So we've got a new. So far, we got a new Gavin and a new Kiro Sir cards. So that's really great. Run. There we go. That's new. And that's new. Okay. A new Lucian, sir. All right. I had a new Victor, sir. So we've got a new card for each of the guys. So we are succeeding at team building here. So and we will definitely have a good chunk of stardust from all this for okay, that one's not new. Uh, Doing the evolutions and ascension. So that's what's and another reason for that. All right. Down to 21 left. And another one. Okay. All right, final 10 pull. Got a new Victor card. All right. And that one's not new. All right. So we did get we did get several new Sir cards out of it. But well, let's go ahead and use our final one. Nope. And that's not new either. Well, that's one of the ones we got in this run. I think we got him earlier. So okay, well, yep, that's how it goes. So that was 81 pulls. So that's what I mean. There's no guarantee on these. So if you don't just hit, I think it's like a 1% chance to get the card. We did this banner will be active for a week, so we can do more pulls on it. But like I said, you just gotta psych yourself up for it in the head to when determining if you want you don't do it as a gambling thing. Put all your put everything your resources and your emotions into having to get this one thing, but roll on them when they make sense, and when you'll be fine with whatever the results happen to be. So yeah, but we did get well, we did get these. We're at 130. It takes 192 to get these SSR scissors. We can get other sirs at 48 if we see it need to, but I think if we just give things time. So we already got a lot of these already. If we give things time, we'll probably get those all eventually, and we can get the uh, starbursts and star shines here for ascending our characters. So um, this top thing here, this is an event that's going on that it's not. This is not one I. Well, it's not even one I plan on doing myself or personally playing. Not gonna do it. Definitely not gonna do it on camera. As I say, when I was referring to these ones as like Harlequin romance novels. One of the things, one of the appeals I see in gacha games is that to me they have kind of a vibe of being like the real life experience of going to a used bookstore. You go to a used bookstore and well, the assortment of books that you can get there's going to be is just totally up to chance, what people have brought in to sell off or whatever. But you keep going enough times and you'll find real treasures there. But you also get a lot of stuff that's not so treasure. And then there'll be other things. They could be good things, but they're just but they're not your thing. And so like this, these cards is like, okay, romance novel isn't exactly my thing, but it's not something I'm opposed to, not something I wouldn't, have some enjoyment. So I'm fine rolling a card for this. But now, as this other event is going on, this this is not my thing. It's certainly, nothing wrong with it being here in the bookstore because it's clearly other people's thing. The marketing department wouldn't have put this in if didn't, think there'd be enough paying customers to justify it. So, but I mean, that's part of the bookstore concept. You go into the bookstore and you go to the section of the stuff that you're interested in and look through the stuff there, and you don't go into other people's sections of things other people are interested in but you're not, and then like say this bookstore sucks or judge the people there. I mean, no, the value of bookstore is if it has enough stuff that you want, and what I want is the combat potential, and I'm fine with it, having cute little stories attached to it too. That's fine. Uh, but the value of a bookstore is if it has enough stuff you want to make you happy enough to keep returning. Okay, not that everything in the bookstore has to be something you like, and so I think, well, I think there's kind of maybe I'm just of an age, and society has moved to a point where not as many people have that experience of the whole used bookstore experience, and so and people get used to their digital environments, which can be a lot more curated and tailored for them, either by themselves or by algorithms or by their chosen social groups. But then, just really get thrown off when they go off into other areas and where and have the experience of being exposed to stuff they're not into, and and act like that's some terrible problem of societal failure, rather than just saying, so that's not my thing. Let me go wander back to my section, and anyway, not to rant, but I do think that's an important dynamic to keep in mind with these gacha games is that basically, well, what's being sold, the commoditization of it is basically, is basically storybooks to go along with the characters, but they got stories of lots of different scenarios and genres that are going to suit different people's interests, and not all the stories are going to be your kind of story, the type of, and that's fine. You just like in the bookstore, if it's not your section, just don't bother with it. Just move on and find something you do like. You don't have to roll on anything that you're not into. But you just you just save up your wishes and wait for something, wait for the next batch to come up, which might be to more to your liking. uh, this is not a thing where you're supposed to collect everything. Just like, you don't go into a bookstore and have a goal of buying every book. You don't go into a library and have a goal of reading all the book. It's just the place is there to stock all the stuff to satisfy a large number of people so that it can stay in business. So that, and that makes things cheaper and higher quality for everyone. I mean, anyway, I'm ranting, and okay, just move on now. All right, so we have these new cards now, so we did get quite a bit. Yeah, we got five new Sir cards, so two victors, one of everybody else. We got a couple new R's, and so now get to work on leveling those. You can see I've still been continuing to put and work off camera on leveling and stirring up other things. Just just keep going on with the team building and progressing ahead. So yeah, we didn't get the big card that we wanted. Like I said, the banner does run for a week, so we do have more chances. But like I said, you just it has no guarantee. So you always, it's just something to keep in mind. There is no guarantee. So, but I'm happy. I'm happy with more Sir cards because those help us in the immediate sense. Now we got five Victor Sirs, and we've got at least one of every color, so that's good. We've got lots of Lucian stuff because the game gives you lots of free Lucian stuff at the beginning to start out with. But so two scissors, four Sirs for him now, and we don't have any oranges yet of higher level cards for him. Um, but we are doing very good. He's our highest level team for sure. We have one scissor and two sirs for Kiro. So at least we got a full higher level 3-man team for him. That's good, and they're all different colors. So, and Gavin, 3 sirs. Great. So not much color variety, but still he's coming along. So anyway, so things are moving along. I will be working on. I'll be building them up. Again, probably mostly off camera since the grind stuff isn't very interesting to watch. And we're still working on. Oops, that's the battle pass. Sorry. Well, we're working on that too, but that's. Oh, wait a minute. This here. Oh, I do have another diary entry from my leveling up activity. So let's go ahead and read that now while we're here. Pearly flew higher and higher with its strong wings, leaving behind a beautiful trace. Later, he brought a bandage from somewhere, which looked old but neat. Gavin sat in the corner. His injured face drove away many people who had been reading in the library. Not thinking of anything better to do, he pulled his hair, thinking of the girl he had just met at the door of the library. The panic in the girl's eyes had sunk deep in his heart. Did I scare her again? After a while, Miner ran in. Gavin! Bro! He was holding a pale pink bandage excitedly. Use it now! Gavin ignored him. It's from her! He paused and looked at the bandage. Although the pain at the corner of his lips still constantly tingled his nerves, and his fingers were a bit numb, he still held the small bandage carefully, just like the world's most cherished treasure. That touch of pink always soothed his heart and warmed him in every night of flight. Pearlie made a happy sound, then put a piece of white card on your desk. He capered around and flew away. That card turned out to be a library card. There were 2 names on the library card. One was up and another down. It seemed they had known each other for long and had some kind of secret deal. Gavin, and I don't know what that means. That looks like a mistake rather than intentional. All right, I don't understand what this is saying at all. Maybe this will be something relative to story. I kind of wonder if this one here is related to like the blood soap letter. Like she gave him a banner, and then he like writes a letter afterwards or something because he's all warm and fuzzy about the getting a bandage from her, and things go bad. But anyway, okay, so that's that. Not a whole lot of time to this episode left, which is my fault. I'm sorry, making all those rants about bookstores that probably nobody cares about. But so I don't want to push ahead with the story just to cut off really quick. But there is something to show you that came up last time we were doing story. We got some new things showed up on our screen. Let's see, this is chapter 6. All right, couple new things. One, we got this here for West Moon Kingdom, and 2, we got this black hole looking thing, 601. Now, I am going to show what that is, but there's also a really other hidden thing to show you. There is actually a 00, but you'd like never know exists unless you go into your settings, go to main interface, and classic. And wait a little bit for it to switch the screen. In this space, it seems there are more stories waiting for you, so explore. This is a classic screen. I believe I mean, since it's called classic, it's probably the original screen that game started with. And then the screen we have now is a newer, more updated version, which I can see why they did. This does feel cluttered, but it can be useful if you don't like going to the studio screen and then clicking all the buttons there. This puts all the buttons are just on the front screen. But the thing is like it's the only place you can get to 0-0. So we're going to go do this now, so you can see something that you can't see in our usual space. So in this new space, it seems there are more stories waiting for you. So explore. Okay, we go here. See, it kind of looks like an up arrow. I open my eyes in the darkness. Where? Before me is endless darkness. Countless light spots gather to form a trail of stars, seemingly flowing toward the bottom of the abyss, or an endlessly faraway place. This space doesn't belong to the world I'm from, but I'm no stranger to this place. However, this is the first time I get a whole clear picture. Black Cabin. I can't help but whisper its name. I remember someone telling me that I opened a door, and that this door leads to the depths of another dimension. Can I really reach other worlds from here? In the darkness, the star trail fluctuates and flickers. I see a star cloud gathering, forming a round gate that grows more and more apparent. Something there seems to be calling for me, attracting me toward it. I cannot resist, but in my mind I see visions of different times and different worlds. In the future, the other you will come here too. You are just making the decision in advance. The voice appears in my head once again. The star clouds twist into swirls before me, following his words, forming several gates, and then they gradually stop moving. I see the faces of them from other times or worlds through the gaps of the star clouds. Past or future, welcome a new world or return to your old one. Once you have chosen, we will meet there again. The voice disappears in the depths of this space. I look forward to the star clouds and stretch a hand toward. There's more than one side to this place. Behind the curtain will reveal a new perspective. West Moon Kingdom. It sounds like the name of another world. When you are ready, go take a look. All right. So here we have Loveland City. This is the main story that we go on. So if you click here, you just go back to that main story screen. This is West Moon Kingdom. This button will take you. It goes to the exact same place as the West Moon Kingdom button did in our other story interface we were using. West Moon Kingdom. West Moon Kingdom is really awesome. I like it a lot, but I won't be going there yet till we get some more of the main story done. But basically, it's you and all the main characters are in a different place and time of a mystical version of ancient China, and there is combat. So there you are, a real combat team. So you do have an actual combat. It's pretty cool. But I'm really yeah I like it a lot. We will be going there. I'm really anxious to get there, but I don't want to rush into it because you should see more of the main story first before uh, yeah, I fork in something else that's a totally different. It's essentially a different uh, space time area. So anyway, okay, but here. This, I don't know what it is. So maybe it's something that's in a part of the game that I have not seen yet. So, but this behind the curtain, this is what that black hole was that we saw on the story screen. This is another way you can access it. So here, this one is the was it 0-1, 1-. Anyway, the one that we saw on the screen was this one. So this is the same as you can access. But this one here, chapter 0, you can only access from here. So that's why I came back to this space. And in addition, so you can see all that stuff about the cutscene stuff about the Black Cabin and everything, because that story related is part of the mystery of the story. So okay, so let's go see what 0 is. There's a voice urging me. I open my eyes. Before me are countless fluctuating points of light. They form into an enormous galaxy, each star reflecting a different setting. Those oh so familiar figures and completely unfamiliar scenes. Where is this? Who am I? I look down and see starlight glittering on my fingertips. As I stare in confusion, the starlight suddenly expands, instantly sucking me into its glow. So that's 0. I'm going to go back and change the interface back. My karma. And then I'm going to go to the chapter 1 from here, because we'll be able to access all the rest over here. They'll come up. So that's what this is. This is the behind the curtain, and it's like a story behind the story, kind of a meta story about things taking place in the different space timelines. Okay, so all right, so I went to go do this, and then it turned out to be a lot longer than I remembered it being. So I'm going to go ahead and break here, and uh, we will come back and do this chapter in the next episode. Thank you again for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Take care.